Today we are making a video on Archcraft Linux 2023-04 edition. Here is the boot menu of Archcraft. As you can see, there are a lot of options, and this is the first option is to boot in a live mode, and second option is open source. I want to boot in a live mode, so let's boot in a live mode. It should take like a maximum of a minute and a minimum of 20 to 30 seconds. And I forgot to mention that I am running it on a virtual machine, which is a VMware with 40 GB of hard disk and 4 GB of RAM with 2 processors. And here is our Archcraft logo loading. We should be having in a few more seconds, a maximum of 1 minute, because usually Linux distro takes like even a bad Linux distro should take like a minute and 30 seconds. The bad Linux meaning that with bugs, all that thing, or in a development edition. It's not bad, but it's a common, you can call it like a development beta edition should always take like a minute and 30 seconds. And the good ISO file or a lightweight Linux distro should almost take like a minimum of 20 to 30 seconds. So it's taking a lot of time still. I think we should be having our desktop layout in any second. Here is a completely black screen. We should be seeing our mouse pointer working smoothly in any second. This is the April edition, which is 04/2023, and here is our mouse pointer, which is running perfectly and smoothly without any lag, as you can see. Archcraft is based on Arch Linux. People who want to use Arch Linux with a GUI, you can go with Archcraft Linux. This is the latest release, because this is April, so they released the April edition 2023.04, and it's April 2nd date, which when was it was released was like 2nd April. It is taking a lot of time. Maybe we should be getting our desktop in any second. I don't know, it usually takes this much time or because of the ISO. Here is our wallpaper. It should take like a few more seconds again, because it's just a wallpaper. And as you can see, here is our desktop layout. Let's change the display resolution first. I'm running it on a VMware, so it automatically changes my display resolution. If you're running on a hard disk, you need to change on your own by going to settings and display, or it should be like something like a AR and R with the application name. As you can see, there's a lag, a lot of lag, and here you can see this the wallpaper is not properly filled. Let's try to, it's not going. Here is a welcome screen of Archcraft. It's so laggy, no problem. Let's try and see. Let's first change the wallpaper, because the wallpaper is properly not set here. Let's change the wallpaper. Here are the wallpapers. By right clicking, let's change it to red color. Here is our black screen fixed. These are the few wallpapers. There is no system monitor in it, so let's open the desktop to see the system stats. Here is the info of Archcraft Linux. Kernel is 6.2.9 and the OS is Archcraft. This is my processor. RAM is running around like I guess this is 451 MB or 4 GB. Swap is 0, 60%. Uptime is 3 minutes, and this is the load. Let's try to open some app. This is a open box menu style, simple, iconic. Let's go with iconic, and let's open the applications. About Archcraft, let's see what's about Archcraft. This is the version you get. This is the version latest release, version 2023.04. About XFCE 4.18, which is the latest version. I think the latest version is now running like 4.18.4, I guess. Let's check the, do we have a system monitor here? I don't think we have a system monitor here, but what is this? Alcarity, some terminal. Let's go to applications, system, and open the Htop. And the memory is almost 540 MB of 4 GB, and the CPU is around below 20%. That is pretty good, and tasks are 54. Let's close this thing. Let's go with the installation. Let's go to the Firefox, and I'll show you how to download the ISO file first, then let's go to the installation later. Firefox is launched. It should take like a minimum of 20 or 10 seconds. Here is our Firefox, which launched pretty fast, almost just took like a 10 seconds. About Firefox, which should be 111. This is the version you get on the Archcraft. Let me type in the official website, Archcraft. This is the search term you need to type in if you want to go to their website. I'm using a VPN, so it triggered the Google reCAPTCHA. Even the Google reCAPTCHA is buggy sometimes. Let's verify. This is the official website, or you can type in the URL, which is archcraft.io, directly in the search bar or address bar, you can call it. We should be having our website in any second. This is the URL. If you want to type it in directly, you can type it in, and you can see here we get flavors like XFCE and LXDE. This should be a lightweight because it consumes low resources or less resources they mentioned here. It's because LXDE is a lightweight, which is LXQT also is a lightweight. Download any desktop environment you want. LXDE. I'm running XFCE version right now. This is the file size, which is 2 GB, and the XFCE ISO file is around 2.2 GB, and this is the version. Always while downloading the ISO file, check the version what you are downloading. This is the direct links, and if you want to go to the mirrors or the other type, and this is the live user password, username and password, which is live user, and this is the latest version you get. This is the download. You get 3 options here: SourceForge, Google Drive, Mega, or you can directly go to flavors and download it directly there. And here are the chain log. If you want to read, you can also read everything in the official website here, and you can also go through all these things, updated ISO, all these things you can read it here if you want. And let's open the installation now. You can run it by the command, or you can directly run it through GUI. You have 2 styles of installation there. People who want to go with the GUI, you can go with the installer like this, or you can go with the command line. And the version of Calamares is 3.2.61, and the installation process is almost pretty same in every Linux distro, almost 70 to 80%. And if it's Calamares, so everything should be same in every Linux distro. First you need to choose the language, click on next, and location. Choose your location. There is no need to provide your actual location. You can give any location you want. I'll choose Los Angeles. and here is some settings. If you want, you can go through all these things. I'm just going to click on next. Here is my keyboard. It automatically chooses your keyboard. Mine is Dell, but it automatically gave me like a generic 105 key PC. No problem. If it works, it always worked for me, so no problem. I'm choosing a English US and a default, which should be like a English. There are different styles for English here. Macintosh, Norman, all these things. You can choose anything you want, any language you want. It's up to you. Click on next, and this is the partition setting here. You need to have an idea and you need to have what you're doing here. Just don't click on next every time. You need to be careful here because it's going to erase everything like data all in your SSD or hard disk. This is the option which erase everything, so be careful what you're doing. And this will give you the single boot style erase disk, and the ISO will be, the Linux distro will be in a single boot. If you want, choose these options, ext4, no swap, all these things. And manual partitioning is to resize your partitions, like dual booting, all these things. You need to be having an idea of what you're doing here. If you want, you can go through all the tutorials and learn. And the installer got crashed somehow. Let's open the installer again. I think we have a lot of bugs in here. It's better to run it on a live mode first and use it for hours, then go with installation. That will be a better option, because it's going to ruin your PC without launching it in a live mode. We don't know we have bugs or not, so it's better always use it in a live mode. I always say this because it's better to run it on a live mode for few hours. If you are satisfied, then go with installation. And let's go to the installation process. If you want, you can encrypt the system by providing a password. The password should be same in both sides. So if you want, you can encrypt and give it a strong password and write it down somewhere, because if you forgot, things could get worse. So here is the bootloader location. It automatically gives the best, so I'm going to choose automatic. If you want to choose another thing, or do not install bootloader, you can install the bootloader later. It's up to you. So these are the options I choose. Click on next, and you need to provide your username. No need to provide your actual name. You can give anything like you want. First you need to provide the username and go with the password. The password should be strong. For the sake of video, I'm choosing the simple password. Always give the strong password. If everything is good, the tick button will appear like this, green. If everything is good, all the 4 should be green, and something goes wrong, then you will get an error like a cross mark here. So if you want to log in automatically without asking for the password, you can go with it. And if you want to choose the same password, you can go click on this, or you can change the passwords here for the administrator account. I'm choosing the same password for the sake of video. It's up to you to decide what to give the password. Click on next. Here is the summary of what we all chose in the previous steps. I chose the Los Angeles time zone and American English as the system language, and keyboard settings, and here is the keyboards, and this is the partitions I choose. And what will happen will be given here, like create a MS-DOS partition table. All these things happens after clicking the installation button. Right here you can see this. I don't want to install it on my hard disk. This is a process of installation. This is just for the formality. And what happens after clicking install is that it will take a couple of minutes to install. Depends on the Linux distro, depends on your PC system. If you have a latest CPU, so it should be in a few minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes. Or if you have a low end PC, it should take a couple of minutes, like 20 minutes a maximum. And it will say finish, and after finishing you need to reboot your system, and you will be welcomed with Archcraft Linux in your hard disk. Always try it in a live mode first for a few hours. After you are satisfied, go with the installation on your hard disk. If you don't want, you can just remove that thing. So this is the installation process or the format of installation. Let's see what all comes with Archcraft Linux, like the apps which comes pre-installed. These are few apps. As you can see on the accessories, you get everything: development, graphics, multimedia, network, office, other, settings, and this is the system. And few are options here like screen recorder, places, all these things, preference. These are the customization settings. If you want, you can customize anything you want here. This is the stats which I already showed you. Archcraft new Linux 64-bit, and the ISO file will be only available in a 64-bit operating system. So let's try to launch a few apps and check the versions of the apps. Here is our file manager, which is Thunar. I told you already XFCE version is the 4.18.4, which is the latest version running right now. That is as you can see here. This is the web browser which should trigger the Firefox browser. And on the apps, applications, accessories, you get all these things. I don't think you need to open every app because you already know all these apps. Simple recorder, Firefox I already showed, Control document viewer, not much apps, just a few apps which will be available from the Linux distro. I think that's it for the video, I guess, because we've seen everything. Let's try to change the style of the, should be beige. You can change this customization like this. As you can see here, you have like a 7 to 8 options here, like a change style. Go to change style, we have 10 options here. Let's go with the easy. It will take a few seconds to launch, and you will be having all these things. These are all the apps which comes pre-installed, as you can see here. Just a few apps, not a lot of apps you'll get here. These are the apps. So let's try to change the style again. Let's go with the hack. We have a commands wallpaper here. Again, same thing. I think let's open the desktop and end the video, because nothing is changed here that much. Just a few things changed, and the RAM is around 400 MB. As you can see, I can recommend this Linux distro because it's running on a low RAM. So you may try it. Always again remember, always try it. Even it's a lightweight, always try it in a live mode, or try in a live desktop. Then if you are satisfied with the distro, you can go with the installation on hard disk. Always remember this thing. And also the RAM is also low. CPU is not visible, no problem. These are for a few desktop features, as you can see. I think these are the updates I get. Let's close this thing because we don't want to update right now. And here is the RAM going around 4.93 GB. I don't know what is 4.93 GB. Maybe it should be like a hard disk thing. I think this is the CPU, almost 21%. Yeah, this should be a CPU. And these are the apps you get it here. Just all common apps, nothing different here. You can run few things here. These are the files, these are the windows. I think we covered everything, and let's open the Firefox browser. Let me show you my channel. It should be like in a network, I guess. Firefox. This part is only for the people who are not subscribed, and people who want to watch my content without subscribing. People who already subscribed, no need to watch this step, you can skip it. This is just for the people who want to watch my content without subscribing. So you need to type in youtube.com/ or /9to5linux in the search bar here, or a search engine. You can't type it in a search engine, you need to type it in a search bar like this, youtube.com/ 9to5linux in your browser. Whether it's a TV, mobile or a tab, you can type it in your browser like this. If you are using a YouTube app, you just need to type in 9to5linux. It should be having my channel there. Click on enter. We should be having our channel here. I will show you some info here. I'm using a VPN, so it takes a few seconds. Here is my channel. And if you are here only for the Linux content, just go to the playlist, and you can see here Linux, and go down under Linux, which is a view full playlist. Click on view full playlist. I made around like 1540 videos only on various types of Linux distros. I covered every Linux distros in this world, almost 70 to 80%. I covered every type and every different types of Linux distros, which is why I got like 1540 videos here. As you can see, if you want, you can play all or shuffle, do anything you want, it's up to you. And you can either like directly search the term or search your favorite Linux distro like Zorin OS for example, and you should be having the latest video here, because I post a video as soon as the ISO file is released, the latest ISO file is released. So you don't need to be worried instead of searching someone's channel. If you want, you can go check their other's channel, I have no problem. I also provide the latest videos, so it's up to you to choose. And this is about, and I post 2 videos daily without missing any day. I'm posting like almost like 5 years now. Just 1 or 2 days in 3 years I took like a gap, that's it. I made almost every videos. I think I crossed like I made 2000 videos, but I deleted some of them. Here are some videos like 1.6k videos. If you want, you can subscribe. If you don't want, it's up to you. I'm not going to force to you, because it's your opinion, I respect it. Let's close this thing and end this video. I think we covered everything. I didn't show every app because every app is almost same in every Linux distro. So, and there are not a lot of available apps here, just like a few Pulse Audio, volume controller like that. It's not worth to open these apps. So that's the reason I didn't opened any app. As you can see, there are not a lot of apps, just a file manager, Nitrogen, this all things, terminal emulator and archiver. You don't want to know that. On the graphic side, you don't have a lot of things. On the multimedia, you just have a simple screen recorder. On the Office side, you don't even get a LibreOffice. So it's up to you. You need to install every app. This is just a lightweight. You need to install what are the apps you want to install. So this is just a customization Linux distro. You can just install it on your own, and it was lightweight for me, and it showed some bugs too. We encountered some bugs, so you need to remember that too. Always try it in a live mode first for few hours. If you're few hours or few days, it's up to you. After you get satisfied, then go with the installation to the hard disk if you want. And that's it for the video, and the RAM is going around 562 MB, still less, that's good. So that's it for the video guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, it helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.